I've worked with young people who were waiting for years to see a psychologist because a Caucasian psychologist did not understand the trauma that that young man had gone through, and he needed to see someone who really fully understood where he was coming from. There are, I'll just move a little bit with your permission into even illness. So here are some black folks, their blood pressures are up for many reasons. Stresses in the workplace. They now need to go to a specialist, and they go to the specialist and they're told they need to be on a specific diet and exercise regime. Well, if they're older people, they don't eat those foods. So just basic, having a dietitian who understands and recognizes that if you eat a lot of rice or meat or something, you can still have some of that, but you need to change and get the supports. Look at some of the schools. In a lot of schools, there are no role models for black children. In many schools, police officers are there, and as you say, they ignore the gathering of Caucasian youths and they pick on the youths that are black because they think they gather and they're going to plan to commit crime, as opposed to saying, how are you guys doing today? Are you going to go to the game later? Or how is your class going? They don't go with that attitude, and not all of them. But it's going to take a very long time. In the region of Peel, when I started on the board, we had 5% black officers. This is 5 years ago. We're now up to 32% black officers. And you can see a marked difference in the community, but it takes time. And as Colin says, we need to start moving things up and using our voices respectfully and demanding what we need. And you can only do that by actively participating in your society. Don't just go to school or go to work and go home. If you're a parent or you have nieces or nephews, go to them to the school and see what's happening. Take your kids out to sports. Interact with other people so that you're always supporting and moving so that your children will see a new world growing and growing. And so I have a lot of hopes that we are going to see a different Canada, because we have so many different cultures that are coming to live in Canada. And in fact, sometimes I've heard a few Caucasians says it's reverse racism, but it's just knowing more and understanding yourself and participating actively. Yeah.
So if you're looking for positive people, connect with us and we can move the needle for you.
Any questions, comments?
I'm hearing a lot of black, but I'm hearing Caucasian, and I wonder why. Generally, it's black people or white people. I just wondered why is it Caucasian, and what is, I know the word, what it means, but I'm saying in your country, what is Caucasian?
These are all young people, so that's why I use Caucasian.
Now, they do black and white. They don't do Caucasian. Do you do Caucasian when you speak?
Or you say black and white?
Black and white. Caucasian.
We all know
black
it.
and white. And we can start on that premise, just saying who we are, what we are. Another thing about walking in the street, why can't the police officer start out by saying he has the right to walk in the street? Why do I have to question him? I didn't see him do anything, so why can he not walk in the street?
I was thinking exactly like this. Yeah.
I'm sorry?
I was thinking exactly like this.
Yeah,
because
that's
it's very
important.
normal. So no need to form stories
Yeah,
or
I work for Air Canada, and sometimes we went to work for 5 in the morning, so we leave home at 4. I didn't have a car at the time, so a friend and I, we used to walk a couple of blocks on Bloor Street to meet up with a girl that was giving us a ride. We are both in uniform, so even if it's summer, we're both in uniform, every police officer knows the Air Canada uniform.
Yeah.
Okay? But when Tony and I are walking in the street, we literally have the police car following us like this.
Ask him for a ride. That's what I do.
We but I'm just saying. So if Tony was walking alone, that would not happen.
Yeah.
Tony's walking with me and the police officer, even though we're both in Air Canada uniform, they still want to know what are we doing.
Well, it comes down to fear, false evidence
You
of
know?
being real.
So I think they should start out on the premise that if I can walk in the street, so can you.
Yeah.
And then they can move from there. And the other thing about youths having problems at home, et cetera, that goes for all races.
Yeah.
You know, maybe our youths don't get the treatments, the proper treatments that they need, perhaps. But I can tell you, who is going to learn something if their stomach is empty? And if you have homes where the children, and again, they have black and white in this situation, but this subject is about black, so we'll stay with that. So the first thing is we have to make sure that we're not only just educating children in the schools, but we are talking with families. We have programs for families.
That's what my program is actually doing. It's called the Finesse Program, and it's helping the youth and the families have different impacts.
Because I was grasping from your program that people have to be a certain intellect and they have to be a certain economic position. That's how I grasp from your program.
Well, that's...
Because some of the things you're saying, that doesn't happen in the standard, normal...
Well, it's going to have to happen, unfortunately, right?
Well, you can't get there unless you've completed
baby steps.
This level.
Yeah, that's what I do,
know?
teach baby
And,
steps.
So the jobs is important.
Yeah.
The jobs for the people.
I have actually a few comments.
May I just give, following up on what Anne? You touched a little bit about the difference between black and white children in that in their families they could have the same situations and yet they have mental illness, etc. But it's the way they are treated differently. So an example is I don't have a 5-year-old, but if I have a 5-year-old with ADHD that's acting up and you have a 5-year-old that's acting up, you may be able to talk to the teacher, because remember I'm saying you should get engaged with the teacher as a black person. The white person may go in and do that. I try to manage on my own. If the children's aid take my 5-year-old from me because they don't perceive that I am managing that child well, that child by the age of 6, if I have not worked something out, my child now goes in as a crown, the CAS. Yeah. And when they are in different foster homes, because as a black child and I'm a white foster mom, I truly do not understand those behaviors I'm seeing. So I send Johnny off to another foster home with the history attached. So he just has to throw a chair, hiss his teeth, and he's sent to another foster home. So each time he's re-traumatized, he's already taken from his family. So that's the difference with our black children. They do not understand us.
Foster parents, that is the issue, right? Why is
yes.
the child? Because there have been many successful cases where a white foster family, because I know many people, that brought up black kids and everything is fantastic.
So they learn.
So it shouldn't be just always being viewing that it's the black child.
Yes.
You have to look at both cases.
It takes a village to raise a child.
The foster person has a responsibility.
Yes. Any comments? There's a young lady.
Due to time, can we go through another more questions and then we'll go back to designated Q&A.
Okay.
But also just to wrap it up because I have a few commentary about what we've talked about so far.